Good evening, friends. I hope y'all are having a fantastic night. Okay, that's really strange. Hey, Allison. My little face popped into my Facebook Live here. Like there's this little square of me on Facebook Live, so I get to see myself twice. That's new. I hope y'all are having a great night. Say hello so I can see that you're here. I'm so happy to be crafting with y'all tonight. Some nights I have a pre-made card that I recreate, and some nights I craft as I go. So this is going to be a craft as you go kind of a night. I have a plan. I'm not just making it up as I go. But let's just hope it executes like I think it will. If not, we'll figure something out, right? Hey, Chris, Susie, Allison. I'm so happy to see you guys. Terry. All right. Hey, Donna. So we are working tonight with the Trimming the Town. Hey, Mary Jo. Designer paper. I'm sorry. Hey, Teresa. The Trimming the Town suite. Okay. I want to show you some things though that are in my crafting area that I'm dying to show you just because they're so cute. So first of all, is this not the cutest? We made this at our Pretties team gathering this weekend. So I've got a team of demonstrators that are mainly happy shoppers. So we have about 75 team members, and about 70 of them are happy shoppers. So we just love playing together and crafting together and shopping together. And we made this at our team gathering this weekend for $5. So the cool thing about being on my team is we get to make these fun projects for a steal. We also have a great fun meeting with lots of prizes and challenges and all that fun stuff. The other thing I want to show you is a card class that we're having on this coming up Tuesday, so a week from yesterday. And it's called Life is Beautiful, and you're going to make 6 cards. Guess what? I finally broke down and made one of these slimline cards. I'll show you how to do that. It's a little bit different than what we typically do. We have 2 more. So you're going to make 6 cards for this online class. We have these 2 cute cards. Okay. Hey, Sandra, Perry. And then we also have these 2 cards. Okay. So you're going to make 6 cards with the Life is Beautiful stamp set. So if you're a happy shopper, you can go ahead and order that stamp set. Thanks, Dana. I did too. And you'll be ready for that class when it comes. So the way my online class works is all you have to do is make a $35 or more order with me, and you get the cards for free. It's that simple. Hey, Kathy Brown. So go ahead and place your order now, and you'll get the card class. It ships the week after the card class. The card class itself is on Tuesday the 27th, I think. It's next Tuesday at 7. I put a link in this Facebook Live. You can click and you can register for free. So even if you can't come at that time, then you will get the card PDF instructions for free. Hey, Laura Campbell. I'm so excited. So many fun people tonight. Okay. Oh my goodness. A card dropped right in front of my screen here. All right. So let's get started. Tonight, I'm going to point y'all down. And I mean, I do that every time, but I'm going to point y'all down. And we're going to get started on our project. So this project is called this suite we're going to use tonight is called Trimming the Town. It's my favorite. So you guys, we've been doing Halloween, we've been doing fall, but I just had to break the seal of Christmas. It's time. You're already getting advertisements. There's Christmas stuff in Hobby Lobby. If you're a crafter, then it's time to start thinking about Christmas. And I'm happy. Oh, thanks, Kathy. So we're going to use, I had to go with my favorite, which is the Trimming the Town suite. It just makes me feel like I'm on a vacation in the Swiss Alps or something. So it's a great suite. And we're actually gonna make a version of this card right here, okay? So I'm just gonna get started. You definitely wanna stay to the end today because I'm going to show you a whole slew of cards made with this suite. And you're gonna wanna stay to the end to see that set of cards. Okay, so we're going to create this card. Let me shift it so you can see it. We're going to create something like this card tonight. Hey, Beth Fogelman, great to see you. So let's go ahead and I'll tell you what you need, which is a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Quite simple. But then you're going to need this other 4 1/4 by 11 piece for the snowbanks. You also need a piece of the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper, which, guess what, is on special right now. So I didn't even think about, oh my gosh, that's awesome, Terry. Beth can order things from you if she wants to get some things, if she sees something that she likes. We have this designer paper called Trimming the Town, and it's on sale until the end of the month. So just get 2 packs. Thank you, Karen, or Kathy, I appreciate it. Go ahead and get a couple packs because you're going to need it. I've already been through 2 myself. So it's only $9.78 right now. That's whack. Okay. So you're going to need a piece that's 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. And okay, so we'll get started. The first thing you're going to do is we're going to make our snowbank. Now, I'm going to actually go ahead and adhere this designer paper down to my card base. So this is our designer paper card base situation here. And I'm just gonna eyeball the snowbank, okay? We're gonna make this one, and this one, okay? So I'm gonna go over here and just think about my card. This is about halfway up, okay? We don't want our snowbank going all the way up, so we're gonna go down a little bit, and we're just gonna put a little mark here, and we're gonna put a little mark here, and then we're gonna put a little mark here, okay? So I've been playing with the curvy dies, and so I've had a lot of fun with that, and I'm hoping that these snow dies are going to be similar. Now, I'll tell you, because I have worked with the snow dies, that you need to pay attention when you're using these dies. So there's one side that cuts and one side that doesn't, okay? So you want to make sure that you know which side cuts and which side doesn't. All right, so my first cut of my paper is going to be here. And what I'm going to do is, now I'm just going to go ahead and put a little mark here on this paper, and then turn it around and put a little mark here. So I just I'm going to get all my white papers ready. So we're going to cut our first snowbank out of this piece of Whisper White. Now, I chose thick Whisper White just because I wanted it to be a little bit more substantial. All right, I have to take my jacket off. It's so hot up here. Okay. So we're going to use our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's awesome. Let's go ahead, I guess, and turn it this way so you can see. And I'm going to use my magnetic platform. So I'm going to cut like almost everything at once, hopefully. So I'm going to use my basic platform here, number 1. And then I'm using my magnetic platform. So I'm going to need plate number 2. And then I'm going to need the magnetic platform and then a plate number 3 on top. So I'm just going to set this over here because I'm going to need it in a second. I'm going to set my magnetic plate down. Okay, so, and actually I'm going to start all this over here so you can see better in the light. Okay, now I've got my dies out that I'm using today. So these are all from the Coming Home dies, just so you can see how gorgeous they are. Let's see if y'all can see those. Lots of cool dies, and they totally coordinate with the paper. Okay, they're going to cut out everything that we need. So I chose this greenhouse. I'll show you. We're going to cut out this greenhouse. So actually, I'm going to take some scissors and just swap up there. And I need this tiny tree, and I need this little greenhouse. So, hi Beth. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. All kinds of fun tonight. Okay. So, big house, little tree is what we need here. And all the dies are going to match. Okay. So, we're doing that. Now, you could also, just for fun, the card in the catalog actually uses the stamp set. Okay, so you can stamp it, color it, cut it out. Okay, but I'm sort of like, I like to do things quickly. So I'm going to cut all the pieces out with my dies. So I'm going to put this die right over my house. The cool thing about our magnetic plate versus our prior one is that the dies don't jump around. So the other one had like magnets in specific places. This whole thing is a magnet. So your dies don't do that jumping game that you may have noticed that the previous die cut machine we had did. Okay, and the last thing I need is a little sliver that has a wreath. Just gonna tear that off. And I'm going to use this wreath. Now, there's probably a way that I could really get fancy. Yep, it goes on. Okay, house, tree, house, tree, house, wreath. All right, and my plate. So we're going to carefully cover that and crank it on through. Now, if you fussy cut that, you could, but why would you? Like, when you have dies that will cut it perfectly. So you want to pick up the stamp set and the dies, for sure. All right, so we have the cute wreath, and I'm just going to go ahead and put these pieces in my die bowl so I won't lose them. You have this adorable house. You have this adorable house and this tree. Okay. So I'm going to put my dies in my die bowl so that I don't lose them. All right. And now we are simply going to get down to business. If you guys share this video, that would be so awesome. That way your friends can see the fun that we're doing. Now, there is, oh, there is, dang it. I didn't think there was a die for the big tree, but there is. So I'm just going, rather than get my big shot back out, I'm going to fussy cut a big tree. Because I know y'all want to watch me cut this. It's not going to be as pretty as the other two, but I didn't realize there was a die for the big tree. So, trees are easy. The wreath is more involved. Those houses are more involved. So you definitely want to get the dies. Okay. So we got our big tree and our little tree. Thank you, Dana. Okay. Let's get our, oh, we do need the big shot again because we got to do our snowbanks. I got sidetracked on my little house pieces. Okay, I'm sure y'all are like, hello, snowbank. All right. So getting our sandwich back, we're going to look for a piece of paper that fell on the floor. Okay. We're going to do our snowbank is going to be, it's going to go from here up a little bit. Now, just a tip, don't let your snowbank thing hang off the edge of your paper because I have damaged one of my, it didn't damage permanently, but I did bend one of my curvy dies because I didn't notice it wasn't going straight into my deal. Okay, so your first snowbank is cut. Voila. So I'll show you that. Okay, one. And then we're gonna go with our second snowbank. Remember where I made that mark on my paper? So this is the second mark. And I'm just looking at the picture here. Okay. I'm just gonna start a little bit above and go down. Remember, this is the cutting edge. This is the not cutting edge. So just gonna cut and go down. Oh, I see. I have a trick for you. I don't have to run that thing back through again. So this, it's not stitched, Dana. This part that I just cut this off of, I'm going to see if I can use it for my third snowbank. Okay, let's just see. I think it's going to work. So you don't necessarily have to cut all three. You can cut two. All right, so we can go snowbank, snowbank, and snowbank. Yes, ma'am, it worked. All right, we're going to erase that ugly pencil mark. And now I'm going to I'm going to eyeball this and see if I'm going to go with not necessarily 2/3 of the way up. So I'm going to scoot this sucker down a little bit. I want to see plenty of this sky. Okay, so I'm going to start by using my Seal Plus here for this snowbank. Now, I've done that a million times. When your Seal Plus goes off the edge, just fold it over. Don't stress. All right, so you're gonna line this up here. And then because I've already cut it 4 1/4, then you don't have to worry about trimming it to match. It's already the right size. I'm gonna get some of that there. And then I'm just gonna turn it over and trim this off. Okay, so this was the other side of the snowbank that I cut. And then you're just gonna pop these two snowbanks on. Let's do this one here and this one here. Okay, so we're just gonna pick that up and we're gonna put some Stampin' Seal Plus here. Pick that up and reposition it. Okay. And then we're gonna put Stampin' Seal Plus here. And oh my gosh, you've just made the cutest snowbank. It's adorable, okay? Do you love that? I love it. All right, so now you're ready for all your houses. And honestly, this part, I was like, this is gonna be really easy with this cute die. Now, before you start sticking things down, we gotta make our smoke. So it looks like our house is gonna be sort of tucked behind that middle snowbank. But guess what? We need the stamp set because for this card it has the cutest little like smokestack. Okay, so we're gonna pull that out. And I suppose we need some ink, don't we? Let me go right over to the ink spot. I'm going to use Memento. Just a tiny little spout here. Now I'm going to figure out where this goes, shift that down a tad, and just get it there. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest. So we've got our little smokestack coming out. Oh yes, that is cool. All right, So I'm going to actually go ahead and stick this part of the house down with Seal Plus. I'm going to tuck it behind that snowbank actually. Make sure I'm lining up with my chimney smoke. Now, the next part of the house actually is going to go in front. So it's like, you know, if a house has layers. So this is going to have a little puffed up layer. And we're going to pop that up with the dimensional. So this is the front door area. Are y'all jiving with this card? I think it's the cutest. I love it. Okay, so we're going to put that little extension on our house. It's a 3D house for sure. And then we're going to put on our wreath. You know what? I just noticed there's an extra little house in here. So let's pop one of those out. Let me see if there's a medium greenhouse. And there is. I'm going to get my dies out again. And actually, I'm going to need to take that baby house off for a second. I didn't realize there was 2 houses on the big house. All right. So let's use our die to cut out that house. Y'all get to see this Sandman Cut and Emboss machine multiple times tonight. Dun, dun, dun. You want to go ahead and get one of these. It's totally awesome, especially with this magnetic situation that we've got going here. It's perfect when you're doing something like this where you have to line it up and you want to line up a bunch of things at once and you don't want them jumping around. Okay, so yes, it's better than our old machine in that way. Okay, sorry, I banged the camera. All right, now we have our medium house, so we can put our really fancy house. I sure don't need that machine again because it is all over the floor. All right, this is like the cutest. So we're gonna stick this guy down, and he's gonna go like sort of over to the right side of the house, like so. Kind of like lining up with that edge of it. And then we're gonna put this guy back, and it's gonna go on the front. Just like this. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I love it. Okay. It just pops. It pops. Hey, it is so much easier. It's so much easier. All right, the next thing we're gonna need are our tree. So we're gonna shimmy this tree in there. I'm probably going to use a glue dot for that, just so I can kind of stick that joker right where it goes. You can see that I cut it out, but it's not near as pretty as the other tree that I'm about to show you, since I didn't use the dies. All right, so that's gonna peek right there in the behind. And then this baby tree is gonna be tucked back here in this snowbank with a glue dot. Now you wanna make sure your trees are in the snow. It doesn't, like, they're not floating in the air, as long as they're touching the ground somewhere. And then the last thing is we're gonna pop this cute wreath right here. Oh my gosh, it just made me die with cuteness. Okay, so the wreath goes right on the house. Is that not the cutest? Okay, so we need to use our embellishments. So the embellishments for this suite are called All the Trimmings Embellishments. They come in Poppy Parade. It looks like a crushed curry and then a white. So we're gonna put a star on our tree here. Voila. I think this one needs a star too, right? I mean, it wouldn't be fair for one of them to have a star and one of them not. So let's be fair. All right, so our trees have stars. And the last thing we need is a sentiment. Now, you'll notice that the Coming Home stamp set does not have sentiments. Okay, Beth. So with each paper pack, there is a set of die cuts specific for the pack. Beth, many of our papers coordinate with the dies that go with it. So yes, this paper coordinates with the dies for trimming the town. So these dies coordinate with this paper. Let's take another example. I'm sure the bell, no, that one. I'm looking at, for the poinsettias. Let's go there. So the poinsettia dies, I'm sure, go with the poinsettia paper. So yes, that's what's cool. There are sweets that typically have the stamps paper and the paper. So yeah, it all goes together there. Very cool. But there are no sentiments in this stamp set, which I love because here's why. The sentiments are in the designer paper. Okay, so you need the stamp set for all the cute details, and I'll show you another card is why you absolutely need the stamp set. But the paper has tons of sentiments in it. So this is the back of this paper, and I'm going to cut the one, of course, that says "From Our Home to Yours." Is that not absolutely perfect? So I'm going to cut that out carefully with my paper snips. You need paper snips if you don't have them because these are fantastic. So that, and then I'm gonna cut out the thing that says "Merriest Wishes" right up in there. So I made some swaps with this, and I used up all of the English phrases. What's cool is if you have friends in other countries, you can make Christmas cards for them that are in their language. So you can make a Christmas card that's in German. You can make a Christmas card that's in French. Super cool. Now for these tiny little pieces, then you're gonna probably want to use the liquid multi-purpose glue, which you're not gonna see me use too much because I get as messier than a kindergartner when I use this. But it's awesome, and I'm just going to, I have tried to pop these up with dimensionals before, and it just looks bad. Like you just want to stick them straight down to the paper. So in case you were wondering that, it doesn't look good. Hey Jackie, good to see you. All right, so we're gonna put our strip down with our, oh, definitely don't want to put it upside down with our multi-purpose glue. It doesn't take much, okay? So think like a kindergarten teacher, not a kindergartner. And remember that you just need a tiny little spigot of it on there to make that stick. Okay, that's it. Is that not the cutest? And that's completely finished. The cutest card of the century. Now, so let's review. We have Trimming the Town Suite. Now, what's cool about Stampin' Up! Is we sell suites of products. So you get the paper, the stamp set that dies, all the trimming embellishments, and this gorgeous ribbon. Now, I couldn't find a place for the ribbon on this card, but let's see if we can find a place. I think we can just put one across the top. How about that? I'm just going to tie a pretty red ribbon across the top of the card. I just think it needs a little pop. And I love this ribbon. It comes in a pack of the Poppy Parade and the Old Olive ribbon. And the rolls come with 10 yards each. So sometimes our double packs only give you 5 yards, but these have 10 yards. So ribbon for days. Okay, I'm going to fuss with that when y'all aren't watching. So you're going to just leave that cute little ribbon there, but you can see it comes in olive or poppy. So, and it goes with real red just fine. So that works. Now, let me give you a tour of all the other cards I have. Now, remember when I said you needed the stamp set? So this friend of mine, Cindy Sanders, made this gorgeous card. She created this plaid paper, and she stamped these cute houses with the stamp set, just straight from the paper, okay? And stamped, cut it, and then just made a cute little fall card. Okay, so don't always think about Christmas. You can go in, and I can definitely see like welcome to the neighborhood cards made with that. Oh, that's cute. She put a little house inside. All right, let me show you all the other cards I have with the coming home suite. Now, this was a set of cards that I made with the Warm and Toasty stamp set, but using this designer paper. So I think the Warm and Toasty just really lended itself to this swap, Stamp-A-Stack that I made. So you've got these designer papers in here for cuteness overload. There's another card in here somewhere. I'll probably come across it. Here's another house card. You can see this demonstrator from New Zealand. She stamped and colored those. Okay, so you can see that's done. You can pair this cute paper with the gnome. Is that not obviously cute with the woodsy gnomey situation going on there? We've paired it here with that pretty snowman set that's in the catalog. Is that not adorable? This, in case you're wondering about the tree dies in there, they cut this little tree bank, and that's a great indicator of how they work. You can see those tree dies right there. So that's where they got that cute little thing. It's also, see, it goes with so many Christmas sets. So this is the Peace and Joy set. I love this. This is a cute note card that just got copied directly from the catalog. We love to copy things from the catalog. That's one of our favorite things. Here's another catalog copy. Very simple and cute. Here's another card I made for the owl, whatever that stamp set's called. Can't even think of now. This is a gorgeous card that my friend Elizabeth made with this set. Isn't that so cute? That designer paper. Elizabeth also made this card for a swap. Stamped, colored that, tied a ribbon on. That would be great for a card class. Oh, here's the 5th card in my little what do you call it, Stamp-A-Stack. So anywho, this paper, like I said, is on sale right now. You need to snap up multiple packs. Go ahead and just get the whole suite. What I would do is get the whole suite and add on an extra pack of paper. And then the colors that you're going to need to go with it are Poppy Parade, Old Olive, Pool Party, and Misty Moonlight. So I always like the best deal in the catalog, which is $125 for $99. And that is $125 in products for only $99, okay? And you can get the whole suite, some of the colors, extra paper, the whole 9 yards, and become a happy shopper. And just so you'll remember, don't forget that when you order this week, up until next Friday, so a week from Friday, then if you order $35 or more from me, then you're going to get a free card class with the Life is Beautiful set. So you're going to get 6 cards to make these cute cards. So your slimline card and these other 2 cute cards. So thanks for joining me, you guys. We trimmed the town up and down and had a gorgeous Christmasly fun time. So I appreciate you coming tonight and for sharing with your friends. Now I'll tell you that our winner for the drawing from last week was Terry Imus, and she wins a package of all the trimmings embellishments. So watch your mailbox for the fun to arrive. Good night, friends.